Hello, and welcome back to MBC News. I'm Dooza Dragonash, your anchor, and we have with us here the Three Musketeers, Sigmund Leominster, our Burns writer, Lisa Hermano. Hello all.
Hello.
Hi there.
Blimey, they're all depressed, aren't they? Is that because I called you the Three Musketeers? I'll think of something cheerier next week. Anyway, this week has seen aid being sent to Haiti, where the struggles for survival are continuing. Google and China are still at loggerheads, with the US and France joining in. It appears now that perhaps some of the sabotage had been aided from within Google, but this has not yet been confirmed.
And Linden Lab have taken on a new Chief Finance Officer, Bob Cumming. This may be a signal of more changes in Linden Lab and is another piece of the jigsaw of staff changes we've seen over the past 2 years. In their press release, Linden Lab stated that Bob Cumming will be responsible for, quote, all financial matters and controls, human resources, legal and administrative functions globally, reporting to Linden Lab Chief Executive Officer Mark Kingdon, end of quote. This is a large remit over relatively few staff worldwide, and it will be interesting to see how it develops. Cumming hails from Solexol, but perhaps more interestingly was leader of the acquisition and integration of TellMe by Microsoft in a transaction valued at approximately $800 million. So stand by and hold on to the rails. MBC advises, look out for weather warnings.
And talking of Mark Kingdon, he commented to a blog this week by resident Arminas X, who had been unlayering the complexity of the tool layers in the present Second Life viewer. This week he's quoted as saying that he's using Viewer 2 himself and that it will be out soon. Linden Labs is going for delight. Chocolate? Elsewhere in the blogs, Q Linden has said that he is scotching the rumour of mesh being instigated in the new viewer and is quoted as saying, no. Of course, he said it's a bit... of course, he said a bit more than that, but we think there's an air of certainty about that particular quote.
And now for these messages. And welcome back, everyone. And over to the lovely Lisa.
Hello. Most of you have heard of the new adult continent known as Zindra, which was officially opened June 2009. This week, NBC visited the continent to see how the people and businesses were settling in 6 months after opening. Our first point of landing was in an empty field, which was kind of bizarre. After finding the nearest road, the first sign of adult content was the Zindra Escort Agency, which was completely empty. Exploring deeper down Route 69, if you pardon the pun, we passed various sex shops and sex clubs, but still no sign of people. After checking for green dots on the map, we TP'd smack bang in the middle of a place called Orgy in the Forest. This place was buzzing with people and surrounded by shops, trees, and what can only be described as very odd-looking equipment. Business certainly was booming. The next busiest spot that we ventured to was the She-Male Sex Palace. Again, full of people, but very little talking going on. In search of a tamer side to the adult content, we headed for Zindra Hub in Kama City. This was surprisingly empty for a welcome area, and so were the advertising boards, which were only 7 lindens a week. For the short time that NBC spent at Zindra, it appears that the more selective taste in sex clubs areas were the busiest, and the good old-fashioned strip clubs and escort agencies seemed deserted. It makes one wonder what exactly was the purpose for Zindra, and was it really worth it? One thing for sure, and that was consistent across Zindra, was the lag.
Well, at least it'll make things last longer.
And Facebook continues to fight the rumors that they will be implementing charges. They deny absolutely that they will be instigating charges and have been taking down groups such as We Refuse to Pay $3.99 for Facebook, which now has some 900,000 members. So, to recap, Facebook will not be instigating charges and will continue to raise revenue by advertising.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We will see.
What?
Well, talking of Facebook, it does seem that they're having another round of taking down people with avatar names on the basis that they only let you belong to Facebook if you are a real verified person.
Oh, they make me ill. Who's to say we're not real verified people? You know, as far as I'm concerned, how can this be any different from a nom de plume? What's wrong with that? What are they going to do? They're going to take, I don't know. Well, I can't think of a nom de plume right at this moment.
Well, Elton John, for example. I'm sure Elton John is there on Facebook, and he's not called Elton John. He's somebody else.
Of course he is.
It's just like Second Life. There's plenty of famous people in Second Life who you don't know are here because they go by pseudonyms. Rightly so, because they don't want people to be paying them overdue attention, should we say.
I'm going to tell you a story, Facebook, right? I am on there in my real life persona, and you exposed my email to the general population, of whom I have a number of rather wobbly people. I am now being stalked by my private email. Thank you very much, Facebook. You take my avatar off and I'm out of there like a shot. I'm sure I won't be missed, particularly, but I won't be the only one. I get death threats in first real life, right? I don't need you exposing me to danger. Wake up, smell the roses, and use your imagination. Sorry, guys. Got a rather carried away then.
Outrageous.
So tell us how you really feel about that one then, Dusa.
Actually, there is something else here. I can't believe it is actually talking for Facebook at this moment. And that is a young man called, I think, Rodney Bradford, a 19-year-old, who has a page on Facebook. And he was charged with a crime. And his plea, well, actually, he said he was innocent, and his defense lawyer found that he was innocent and proved he was innocent because he was on Facebook at the time asking where his pancakes were. What's happening? Where are my pancakes? How do you feel? Where are my pancakes? Right? And that was happening at exactly the same time as the crime was happening.
Yes, this is the famous pancake defense. If the pancake fits, you must acquit. I've heard this one before, yes.
I have visions of mobile robbers twittering constantly to prove that they weren't there.
That's right. I was in Zindra looking at some odd-looking equipment.
Yeah, you'll be quizzed on that later, Lisa. I'm sure it's been moved to your home by now. No.
Meanwhile, NPD have released a report saying that games revenue has fallen by 11% since 2008. However, guess which game tops the global top 10? You've got it, The Sims.
Yeah, fantastic. They say there's an awful lot of figures came with this NPD thing, that it had fallen 11%, but in one area, in one area, it had actually fallen 23%. That was with the retail sales, with the console, portable, and PC game industry, that area of it. That had dropped. So, I'm going completely mad now. I was totally coherent earlier. Now I'm not.
There's only so many
furious.
times.
No, it's because I got so angry with Facebook. And, you know, you get too much adrenaline in your bloodstream, and then of course your brain stops working. I need to run to work it off. Talking of which, we have come to the end of our allotted time for this week, ladies and gentlemen. So, Three Musketeers, do you have anything you'd like to say before we leave?
Yeah, I'm going to go off now and find my way to Zindra, and I think I'll take Lisa with me, and we'll go and have another look at some of this odd-looking equipment and give it a try. I think.
Yeah.
Well,
Talking
What
about
you know?
looking equipment, I'm very apprehensive about these stretch balls.
all will be revealed in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you,
Okay,
and
well,
have a
good night,
very
ladies and
fit
gentlemen.
week
Bye.
from MBC News.